Stanley. That's Washington Navaya, former Highlanders player there, scooping the player of the month. He's also the top goal scorer with 4 goals so far. And TelOne, alongside Highlanders and Greenfields, been amongst the top scorers in the Premier League with 7 goals, those two teams. So for the 7 goals for TelOne, Washington Navaya has scored 4 of those goals, wearing jersey number 36 for you. Washington Navaya, he's about 30 something years old.
Yeah, just over 30, and we will say congratulations to the veteran midfielder. He's a specialist free kick taker as well, and he does that job so excellently that if it happens again this afternoon, then Simba Bhora will have to watch very, very closely. His movements can be deadly, and Simba Bhora have also preferred a foreign national in goalkeeper William Tole. He comes up from Namibia, and we expect a lot. He looks quite an experienced player, and he has displaced Tonderai Mateaunga, a former Dimbare and Captain United goalkeeper, and his abilities will be tested this afternoon, given the fact that TelOne are third on the log, and they've scored quite a number of goals, with the top goal scorer currently in the country being among the TelOne players in Washington Navaya. So Tole will have to be at his best this afternoon if he is going to survive the storm that is likely to face him. While Simba Bhora should not be ignored. They are the defending champions, led by Blessing Moyo, a former Kibare player as well. Went to South Africa, came back, and is now playing for Simba Bhora with the captain's armband on him. He has been in sparkling form since the start of the season. So Blessing Moyo, we will have to find out whether he will be able to inspire his teammates to greater heights. Of course, you see they're shaking hands with the TelOne captain, who is also a former Dimbare player. He was also the captain at Dimbare in Frank Makarati. And Makarati, of course, will be under pressure to make sure that something better happens for TelOne. But if we're talking of pressure, Willie, I think it's Joel Lupata who has to start producing results, because his team is well funded. They seem to have everything. They bought players on the transfer market, but they haven't won a match as yet. They've only been posting draws, and that doesn't look good enough for him, does it?
Exactly, Stanley. Considering that Simba Bhora are the defending league champions, but we also need to take into consideration that they lost about 5 key players, and of those 5 key players, 2 of them were the ones who were responsible for scoring goals last season. In Timon Machope, who was their leading goal scorer at club level. Walter Msona, who was the captain, the inspirational captain. They also lost him to Scotland. And Joe Lupasha coming in as a new coach and trying to come up with the new formations and new system into the team. But it still looks, this is a very, very strong team. You'll see the likes of Webster Tapaya, veteran, formerly from Shawani Stars, came to Simba Bhora. Tinotenda Meke, formerly of Greenfields. Ziocha Emmanuel, Dynamos player. Carlos Mavurume plays for Dynamos Cape United. And you also have Blessing Ube, there's Blessing Ndereke, the bench former Yada player, Tundra Mandeuka. You also have the likes of William Manondo, who was a goal poacher again, a veteran. Never Tigere, and another veteran also sitting on the bench. This is a very, very solid and strong team. And Simba Bhora, they've not been conceding much, but a number of draws. They have also not scored much. So I think they need those people who are a bit lethal in front of goal. But for TelOne, having only lost their opening match of the season against the Renders at Rufaro Stadium, since then they have not lost. And it seems they have started from when they left last season. Remember, they were always playing in the murky waters of relegation. And when Herbert Maroa took over, they fought and they managed, they ended the season in top 8.
Oh, yes, indeed. The Wi-Fi boys beginning to look like a decent side nowadays with Herbert Maroa at the helm. And we'll be starting this match any moment now. As I can see, the players are taking their preordained positions and ready to get us underway here at Wadanai Stadium here in Shamba. It promises to be an exciting encounter, with Simba Bhora very strong in defense as the game gets underway. And Simba Bhora are the team in green, playing from left to right, while the Wi-Fi boys, TelOne, are playing from right to left. And it will be very interesting. I was about to talk about the strength of the Simba Bhora defense led by Ishane Sumauchi, a Zimbabwe international. He certainly can score goals from set pieces like corner kicks, as this ball is played wide to the far side and glanced out of play. For a throw-in, which will be taken by the Wi-Fi boys. Navaya gets back there and keeps the ball in play. The Wi-Fi boys still cutting through, and this ball finds no one, easily dealt with. But again, as they try to play that ball back, a poor effort by Alan Tapinduka. Should have done a lot better, gave it too much weight, and they couldn't keep the ball in play. Simba Bhora yet to have a good feel of it, as we wait for the likes of Emmanuel Zuocha. There he is chasing, and finally rolls out of play under the guidance of Tapinduka Allen. A throw in once more. We welcome those joining us for the first time. We are here at Wazanai Stadium as the Wi-Fi boys played the ball through, but this one picked up. It's a long effort, but Makarati is on hand to make sure that it's safe. And once again, they exchange possession. Picked up and the ball played backwards. That was Bruno Mtigo. It's wide to the far side. Simba Bhora beginning to get the crowd involved. And clearly a handball. And the referee of the afternoon, no hesitation, Trinity Irwai, assisted by Tafazwa Nkala and Tanatswa Masawi on either side of the field. And fourth match official is Tinotenda Mashoko, while the match commissioner is the highly experienced and highly respected Gladmore Mzambi. Let's see how this set piece will be taken. We haven't seen many players scoring from such positions, and hopefully the coaches have worked out something to try and make these situations dangerous. Can they get the goal that they are looking for? And I can see that the likes of Mauchi are not in the side as the shot is taken. I think the goalkeeper wasn't watching. It didn't look dangerous, but somehow he has turned it around for a corner kick. A cheap corner in my view.
Yeah, at first, Stanley, I thought the goalkeeper was going to smother it first time, a clean catch, but I was surprised that he punched that ball. Maybe it was too hot to handle, but from here it looked like it was a weak effort at goal by Blessing Moyo, the captain of Simba Bhora.
Here comes the corner by Blessing Moyo again. Header blocked. And it goes out for what looks like another corner, but the ref decides otherwise. It's going to be a goal kick to be taken by the Wi-Fi boys. TelOne. The Makarati leaves it for his goalkeeper in Chilenga Tapiwa. This is a good clearance. Chested down, and he didn't do that job properly. It's going to be a throw-in from the near side to be taken by Chapinduka. Looking for his center striker, Tawanda Macheke, but it doesn't get him. Massively cleared away. Makarati under it. Pushed off the ball, clearly a foul. And the ref absolutely right in giving that free kick to Makarati. Free kick to the Wi-Fi boys. TelOne, if you're joining us for the first time, it's still 0-0. You haven't lost much. As the ref orders Makarati up. Then the goalkeeper Tapiwa Chilenga of TelOne is about to take it. He takes it short. They keep possession in the long one forward. Navaya keeps the ball in play. He's got good anticipation, the veteran striker. But none of his teammates managed to read the situation. Here they come once again. That was Abuteles Ngube, jersey number 27. The Simba Bhora pick up possession. They need a good spell of possession to trouble the Wi-Fi boys. There's another good clearance. And it comes back to Mauchi. Gives it away on the far side. That will be Gerald Berro. Clips it through, but kept away by Simba Bhora. In the end, he's back again with the Wi-Fi boys and trip on a Simba Bhora player. That will be a free kick to the Wi-Fi boys. Talking off air to some of the technical team, they're saying, look, once we get covered on television, we don't lose matches. It'll be interesting to see how they will end up with this one, Willie.
Yeah, that's TelOne for you. But they claim that they've so far had 2 matches covered. The 2-2 draw against Dynamos and the 1-0 win over Cape United. And that's against the former Giants.
Yes, indeed, and the clearance is good for them. Picked in the middle of the park. Here they come once again. Good control. Simba Bhora beginning to enjoy a bit of meaningful possession. Ball played one on the far side. Is that Tanaka? Jacksonfield tries to come in, queuing up a shot. Wonderfully saved by the goalkeeper. Ah, that was brilliant. Shot taken there by Tinotenda Meke. Very nearly bit the goalkeeper, who did very well to keep it out.
That was a belter, Stanley, and a brilliant save by Tapiwa Chilenga there in goals for TelOne. That was headed for the top corner. World-class save.
The corner is taken short into the center there. Chance once again for them. This cross will come. Here's the bar. Bounces out of play. And the danger finally cleared. TelOne under pressure. Mauchi to the near side. And this one overcooked. And it goes wide. Wow. That was a wonderful opportunity. A glorious chance for Simba Bhora. But somehow Lady Luck didn't smile on that occasion as the crossbar was in the way, Willie.
Exactly, Stanley, and at times you start to think, should we have goal line technology where the referee's watch would vibrate or no? But it was very close, came under the inside of the crossbar, then down on the floor there, but I'm sure that didn't cross the line. No blame for the match officials there. It remains 0-0, but Simba Bhora almost there by defender Ishe Uneshu Mauchi.
Yes, let's see how they take this one. That is the Wi-Fi boys. And straight away, Tole off his line. And I think Navaya was harassing his opponent rather unfairly. So that will be a free kick to be taken by Namibian William Tole. In a goalless situation here at Wazanai Stadium. And you're getting this match live from ZBC TV. Thank you for being with us. And this one rolls out of play. Throw in to Simba Bhora. Kangazi Ronald prepares to take it, but decides no. It's the captain, Blessing Moyo. He can throw long ones, is it?
That should be a corner kick.
They have since taken a corner now. They've won it rather, and Blessing Moyo takes it long. Good block. This time they come back once again. This is Mauchi. They're going forward. Good interchange of passes, but cleared away. It doesn't go very far. And Chapinduka clears the danger out of play. Another chance for Simba Bhora with their captain. Going across to take it.
That's the fourth one, Stanley.
Fourth corner kick. They still have to make them count. Here it comes in the air and headed away there. There was a good effort by Wata Milanzi, but then it's too high and sails over the bar. No problems there for the goalkeeper, Taupiwa Chilenga, who had to be at his best after that blistering effort by Tinotenda Meke. Yeah, the Wi-Fi boys once again. Makarati, for a moment I thought he had lost sight of the ball, but finally gets it now. As it drifts forward slowly. Ball met by Mauchi, by Blessing Moyo rather. Good turn. This is Leroy Mrape. Gets the return ball, a bit overcooked, and is cleared away. Finally, the player is brought down, and it looks like there will be a free kick to Simba Bhora, who are slowly turning on the screw. As Blessing Moyo collects. He finds Mauchi. Ishanesu, the Zimbabwe international, traveled with the Zimbabwe national team to South Africa and Namibia and Nigeria rather. Tapinduka trying to get past this marker, but I think he was impeded. And Dirwai, the man in the middle, Trinity Dirwai, is well, he's given the Wi-Fi boys a free kick. Simba Bhora are doing all they can to delay the execution of this free kick. With Ziocha Emmanuel trying to stand in the way. Here's Chapinduka. Alan stands on it. Can he deliver a good one? Again, it's well defended. Comes back to Simba Bhora, who still have possession. Good interchange of passes. There he is, pushes it too far ahead. That's Ziocha. And this one seems to be rolling kindly for the Wi-Fi boys. And finally cleared away by Chapinduka. But Murape takes it away. And in a way he was impeded, but then the ref says play on. Here's Murape once again. He guides it backwards. Wise decision. Another second bite of the cherry. This is Makarati. Dummies one way before clipping it through. Looking for the veteran Navaya Washington, player of the month, who was presented with $750. The cross, did it come? No, it didn't. And it's a corner kick. Much to the chagrin of the Simba Bhora players. The first one for the Wi-Fi boys, TelOne, who are also showing the defending champions a thing or two about interplay. And this one will come from the far side. I can see Bruno Mtigo, a former Ngezi Platinum player, ready to take it. And in the background you can hear Marua Hebet bellowing instructions. Are we going to see something special from the training ground? Your guess is as good as mine. Mtigo still stands on the ball. There's a lot of movement in the box with the referee in to do a bit of housekeeping in there. Trinity Dirwai, the referee, is making sure that the shoving and pushing remains legal. If it happens outside the law, with Simba Bhora being the culprit, it will be a penalty because they are inside their box. The referee once again seems to have sorted everything. Now we can get the corner from Mtigo. Bruno Mtigo's corner inside the area, headed away emphatically. And here now Simba Bhora trying to come away with it. We should be seeing the first yellow card of the day. That was a crude tackle, careless. And rather unnecessary. They were still on the halfway line.
Yeah, so I think you saw that the player was going away and breaking loose there. And it was something like a cynical foul and one for the team. So it's a yellow card very early in the game. And I've still to pick out who exactly picked that yellow card standing from this distance. I couldn't quite see who it was.
Yeah, we'll soon confirm as we wait for this set piece to be taken. Blessing Moyo. Drifting defense, lays it to the centre back Mauchi. Along the ground on the near side, Ziocha. Tightly monitored, they pick up possession. Simba Bhora going there with Junior Makunike. Gives it away to Leroy. who is being harassed unfairly, and the ref intervenes to say it's going to be a free kick once again to the Wi-Fi boys.
And Stanley, out of the viewers' picture there, I could see Joel Pasha giving instructions to the players that play it on the ground, don't slip the ball, play it down on the edge. I'm sure that is referring to one of their drills at training.
Yes, indeed, trying to make sure that the players stick to the game plan. Sticking to the game plan for the Wi-Fi boys. Admire Zumbunu, who plays it through, finds Leroy. Chapinduka with a good cross, and Leroy's shot is blocked. And once again, Simba Bhora managed to clear. They are way on the far side. And another careless tackle coming in from the same player who was yellow carded a short while ago. And there he is, just throwing his hands in the air. If he doesn't show contrition, I'm afraid he will find his way for out for an early shower.
Exactly. You see the referee is having a stern warning to him, giving him a stern warning, a strong talking to him. But you see some of these players at times descend just to show remorse, a bit of remorse, so that the referee can be a bit lenient.
Yes, indeed, the referee wants to be respected. This was a good win there by Chapinduka. Here comes the chance for the Wi-Fi boys, but this one rolls out kindly. That was Tawanda Macheke failing to keep the ball in play. Mrape leaves it behind. I'm sure they're waiting for another player to come through. Looks like Chapinduka. Simba Bhora player picking it up and trying to cut the distance by moving all the way to hand it over to the TelOne player. Oh, lovely play there. Macheke. Will he get past his marker? No, he doesn't. Goal kick, says Nirwai, the man in the middle. And Tole William prepares to dispatch the goal kick in a goalless situation here at Wazanai Stadium in Shamba. Simba Bhora, the home team, the defending champions, 0, and TelOne, the Wi-Fi boys, 0. This one is played all the way back to the goalkeeper, Tapiwa Chilenga, who came to the rescue of his team when a blistering effort was taken by Meke. Here they come now. Long clearance. This one drops behind the goalkeeper, who was under pressure to clear. Just plays it into touch. He's not happy with that back pass. I don't think he wanted it at all at that time, Willie.
Exactly, because there was a striker who was alert there, so it was very dangerous. Otherwise, it would have maybe a double ricochet on the strike and ended up in the back of the net. It was going to be very, very embarrassing, especially when you're playing at home, conceding a silly goal like that.
Yes, indeed, and this one not well taken, but Zuocha will take this one well. He drifts into enemy territory, lays it through. A chance. This shot, well, will bobble out of play, out for a goal kick. That was a very, very good chance for Simba Bhora to register a goal, but somehow the player concerned slipped at the crucial moment, and the rebound rolled out for a goal kick, which will be taken by Makarati quickly to the near side. Admire Zumbunu, the right back.
That should be a goal kick, but Makarati maybe thought it was offside, but it wasn't, so it should be a goal kick. It must be taken inside that 6-yard box.
Yeah, it's a retake now. Long clearance. Navaya will pick it up. A good control by Washington Navaya. And Leroy Mrape penalized for bringing down an opponent. This will be a free kick to be taken by Mauchi. Ishanesu Mauchi. The Zimbabwe international, who is only being kept at bay by Gerald Takwara and Garanganga. Otherwise, he's one player who deserves everything. A good through ball there, looking for Washington Navaya. He doesn't have the legs anymore. Tole clear as well. Makarati heading it wide to the far side. Some good running coming in from Buteleze Ngube. Plays it into the center. Turns away from his marker. Ngube once more. Here's Blessing Moyo. Simba Bhora building from the back. Ngube. Infield for Moyo. Simba Bhora with some good build-up. This one played to the far side, edge of the area. Another effort. And he thought that he was going to get an opportunity. It looks like he believes in lightning striking twice in the center. Kinotenda Meke trying another effort, but this time around he missed it completely.
Yes, it went over the bar, and also because his shooting skills there, that's let him down because he was leaning backwards, and once you are leaning backwards, normally the end result is a high ball. He should have leaned forward, and I thought maybe it was not the best decision for him to shoot from that range, considering the opportunities and other players who were in better place than him.
Yes, indeed, as Mauchi finds Blessing Moyo. Good play by the Simba Bhora captain. Here's Blessing Moyo once again, heavily involved in everything good for Simba Bhora. But this time around gives away possession. Leroy Mrape. The skillful Mrape to the near side for Macheke. Tawanda tightly monitored. It's easily taken away by Blessing Moyo once again. All the way to the near side here. And the ball played into touch. Throw in to Simba Bhora. And it's going to be taken there by Roland Kangadzi. Back to Mauchi, who lays it across the field of play, looking for Tafa Tanaka. On the far side, the dangerous Meke brings a high cross inside the area. The goalkeeper takes it cleanly. That is Tapiwa Chilenga. Just being told by Makarati to slow it down. The Wi-Fi boys are trying to go forward, but this time around the ball is taken away. It's looking dangerous here for the Wi-Fi boys. He's queuing up a shot, trying to shoot from afar. No problems there for the goalkeeper, Tapiwa Chilenga. Not the best of efforts from the Simba Bhora player. That's Carlos Mavurume.
Yes, it's him.
Chilenga now preparing to dispatch this one. It looks like the referee Trinity Dirwai feels that he is trying to waste as much time as possible. Well, being the team away from home, I'm sure he would like this match to carry on like this, and then they can take a point away from home.
Exactly. I think the referee, I give him full marks there because Tapiwa Chilenga, he was showing unwillingness to take that free kick, leaving the ball past him, rolling inside, and taking their time to take that goal kick. So the referee is not happy because the away team is delaying and they're comfortable with 0-0. Maybe they want to catch Simba Bhora on the counter-attack and put more misery on Joe Lupasha.
Free kick though to the Wi-Fi boys. TelOne for a foul on Leroy Mrape, young brother of famous Dynamo's player Mrape. So the free kick will come. Leroy himself lines up to take it. He delivers it low, easily dealt with. Chapinduka back to Leroy. Sharp turn away, back to Chapinduka, who drifts past his marker. Danger here now for Simba Bhora. That good block there from the defense. Can they make Wadanai Stadium a fortress? I just wonder if they can do it, because the Wi-Fi boys are proving to be very stubborn. Butela Zingube plays this one away. And this time it's picked up in the middle of the park. Simba Bhora to Ziocha. Turns in field, past one man. Back to Ngube. Inside the area, danger here! And the shot comes in, another good block. Neatly brought down by Kangadzi Roland. Roland Kangadzi lays it for Ziocha. Into the center. They restart the formula. Kangadzi. Long effort, but again dealt with by the Simba, the TelOne defense. Here's Mauchi. Kangadzi collects. Butela Zingube. Ziocha. With the help of Blessing Moya, they restart the formula now. They're going forward. Simba Bhora with a good spell of possession. And this one easily taken away. The Makarati impeded there by the Simba Bhora player. So the free kick will come for the Wi-Fi boys. 0-0 the scoreline. If you're joining us for the first time, as we take a second look at how it all happened. That's Frank Makarati, the former Dynamo's captain, now captain of TelOne as well. Here they come as the ball is played to Makarati Frank. Goalkeeper Chilenga calls for it and gets it from his captain. Now finds help from Admire Zumbunu. It's back to Makarati. Zumbunu. Back to his goalkeeper. I'm sure they're trying to wind time as much as possible. We've just played 27 minutes here at Wadanai Stadium. Mauchi with a header. Butela Zingube to Kangadzi. He stands on the ball for a while. Here's a good turn. Ziocha. Good marking there by the Wi-Fi boys. Here's Murape turning away from his marker. Kangadzi being roasted, but finally the ball goes out of play, and that will be a throw-in to Simba Bhora, quickly taken. Here comes Ziocha, who nearly scored in the early stages of the game. Here's Ziocha! Oh, this one straight. It's a weak effort, straight to the goalkeeper. And once again, the Wi-Fi boys survive.
Exactly. That was a timely block there by Prince Milanzi, who is partnering Frankie Makarati there. Otherwise, Ziocha's effort, I think it was headed for the bottom corner there. Not sure whether, there you can see at the second look there. Not sure if Tapiwa Chilenga, there you have it again. There is the block.
Oh, that was a vital block indeed by Milanzi to save the situation for the Wi-Fi boys. They've survived about twice now. You remember the crossbar being rattled by Ziocha. And this time around the goalkeeper will collect. And of course I'm talking of the close shaves by Simba Bhora. This one straight to the goalkeeper Tole. And the fans are calling for goals here. The band still plays in the stands. A sizable crowd here at Wadanai Stadium. Plus or minus 8,000. A very good crowd indeed. Here is Ngube. Lays it into the center as they play the ball. And this one overcooked. That was Makunike, Junior Makunike. He thought that the teammate was on the touchline, and in fact he was very close to him. That's another free kick. Free kick to the Wi-Fi boys as we confirm the scoreline. Joel Lupasha Again screaming from the touchline. Trying to keep the ball in on the ground. 30 minutes played. 0-0 the scoreline. Who do you think will break the deadlock first, Willie, judging by what we've seen in the first 30 minutes?
It's very tricky. The pendulum is evenly balanced here. But you see that Simba Bhora have had the brighter chances than TelOne. But the TelOne, they are not a team which you should underestimate, because they've got some counter raids which are very difficult, especially if you see how Leroy Murabe is operating that midfield, switching flanks and coming with those vital charges. Chapinduka also coming up with those crosses inside the box. Navaya, the way he holds the ball, even if he doesn't have any support, he tries to hold the ball, waiting for support to come. So it's anyone's game, but Simba Bhora, as the home team, might break the deadlock first.
Oh yes, indeed, they've had more meaningful visits into the opponent's area, especially when Ziocha is involved. They've looked very dangerous indeed. It's a question of him getting another opportunity to crack a goal without impediment. And of course, we can expect that to hit the back of the net. Here is Navaya. Guides it backwards. Mube, make sure it's safe. Ziocha lays it square. It's played ahead of him. Some good running there from Milanzi. Easily takes it away from Ziocha. Simba Bhora coming through. Makarati easily beaten there. Lovely stuff coming through, but again, good interception. Simba Bhora fighting for every loose ball. Blessing Moyo to Ngube. Moyo dictating the pace of the game from the middle of the park. I must say, so far so good for Blessing Moyo, the skipper. Here he is once again on the ball, playing as a D-link, but at times looking more like a box-to-box player. And offside for
Marvin Water.
Marvin Water. Straight into enemy territory. Near side assistant referee Tafatun Kala's flag was up in no time, and the free kick will be taken. Chilenga prepares to take it. Moving away quite some distance before coming through to take it. This one drops once, and Mahuchi cleverly works on his opponent in Tawanda Macheke to allow the ball to roll out of play for a goal kick, which will be taken there by the goalkeeper William Tole, the Namibian goalminder. He plays it short. Here is Rocha under pressure. Good play by Tumbono to Macheke. Doesn't go out of play. The cross will come in, and nobody home there for the Wi-Fi boys. Oh, good play from the center striker. That was a good-looking opportunity. Now Roland Gagazi, unfortunately, that was played too far ahead of him, and he couldn't keep the ball in play. But Simba Bhora looking quite good and fluid whenever going forward in a counter-attacking move, Willie.
Exactly. I think we need to recommend Jolu Pasha, his philosophy, the type of play he has brought to Simba Bhora. This is exciting to watch, and the fans love it. What is just lacking is those goals.
Oh, yes, indeed. He must still find players with a killer instinct. And Wi-Fi's player, that's Tawanda Macheke, goes down. Now it's a free kick quickly taken.
Yeah, talking of players who are a bit lethal in front of goal, I think during the halftime, I need to go down there and ask where is their former inspirational captain, Tinashe Balakazi, who used to bang them like hell here.
Oh, yes, indeed. We need to find out from Joe Lupasha, because we haven't seen him for quite some time now. Maybe it's due to injury. We are yet to find out. Navaya, nobody home. Blessing Moyo. Tumauchi. Here's Roland Kangazi. Back to Mauchi. Simba Bhora quite content in keeping the ball. They believe strongly in the session that when you have the ball, there's nothing that the opponent can do to you. Good body check. Ball played through. Yeah, free kick. That deflection coming from TelOne.
Yeah, Frankie Makarati was given a yellow card for protesting to the referee there. Well, the referee had tried to play the advantage, but the advantage didn't materialize, and then he had to bring back play, which is good officiating. But Makarati was not happy. He went to the referee to complain, and the yellow card was flashed instantly. But him being the captain, is he not allowed to say something to the referee?
I was about to ask the same question. I don't think the Leroy got it right. A captain is allowed to talk to the referee, and all you do is explain. As we take a look at the incident once again, but an unfortunate Makarati is now walking on thin ice because of that yellow card for dissent.
Yeah, I totally agree with you there, Stanley. I'm sure as a captain he's allowed. The referee, what he should have done is to explain why he had given the free kick to Simba Bhora.
Oh yes indeed, as the free kick is about to be taken, this is Blessing Moyo, who looks downfield at a good long look. Downfield, he's got Meke on his right, but Meke decides to be in the center. Blessing Moyo now trying to take a cricket goal from the near side. And the ball kept in play, only just Leroy Murape. This will be Navaya to take it. Washington Navaya. Oh, lovely work from Navaya. Lays it to the near side here. Leroy Murape trying to ride a tackle. And the impressive Mauchi goes in with a challenge. And Simba Bhora restart the formula. Here they come now. Junior Makunike. That was Ziocha. Makarati goes down and Milanzi clears the danger. Blessing Moyo picks it up and lays it on the near side here. Butela Zangube. A chance now for Ziocha to cross, but again closely monitored there.
Goal kick
by Milanzi, and it's a goal kick. This is the tackle by Mauchi. Made sure that Murape had no opportunity to get around him. Young Ishanishu Mauchi, 22-year-old defender who has impressed since the start of the season. And Michael Nis, the national team coach of the Warriors, has also seen that and took him to Nigeria and South Africa during the World Cup qualifiers. Kangaji Roland picks it up. Given away now by Junema Kunike. This will come to Murape. Leroy into the center. Ndlela. This is Macheke trying from afar. A full-blooded effort, but unfortunately it was always rising, Willie.
Yes, it was always rising, and interesting certainly that ball went out of the stadium, way out of the stadium, and I'm not sure if that goal is going to be recovered. If there is no any intruder who's going to pick it, you never know. Let's wait and see.
Let's wait and see. Throw into Simba Bhora. Ngube takes it. It's guided backwards. Now they come with, and finally, I think the ball has come back. Simba Bhora continue to knock the ball around among themselves, not making much progress. This time around, they had played it upfield. Good chance here, but it rolls kindly back to goalkeeper Chilenga. And in any case, the ref has blown for a foul on the defender. So this will be a free kick for TelOne, the Wi-Fi boys. Goalless here at Watanai Stadium. Simba Bhora, the home team, the defending champions, hosting TelOne. It comes once again to Macheke. He's done well to get Navaya on the run. But the defender keeps the ball in play. This one goes out.
Well, that was some good play by Webster Taffa there. He made sure that he shrugged off Navaya and made sure that he kept the ball in play. And at the end of the day, he won a throw-in for his team.
Throw-in is taken. Blessingmoy once again involved in nearly everything good that Simba Bhora are doing. Here he comes up. Yeah, a rare mistake by the captain there. He's finally back with Makarati. Frank guiding it forward, trying to find Macheke. But Dole is the first to arrive. Another long effort. And Chilenga will collect. Easily beaten there by Kangadzi. Roland lays it square. This is Zuocha. Back again to Kangadzi on the overlap. The cross will come. Oh my goodness, a chance once again. Here they are. Straight to the goalkeeper. Wasted effort, but what a glorious opportunity. But Malvin Water rolled it back to the goalkeeper like a back pass.
I can't believe and understand what he was trying to do there, Malvin Water. Being a center striker, I'm sure had he watched the likes of Sheikh Mentau and Malonga Nyangera talk the ball.
Exactly, but unfortunately, those are players that are way out of his time. But I do agree, those were hitmen in the true sense of the word.
There it is then.
Yes.
Talk the ball with your toe.
Yes. But it took too long to think about it. Yes, Marape. Zumbuno. Trying to find Macheke. Tightly monitored there by Mauchi. And in the end, free kick. Been awarded. There's Lakinjela, the former Bulawayo Chiefs player. Is down injured as we see that it's a head injury. And the referee absolutely right in stopping play almost immediately, Willie.
Exactly, that's a head injury. It was the clash of heads there, but the tier 1 player there was on the receiving end. There is Popopo Chilimazani, the assistant coach Joe Lupasha, talking to Emmanuel Zwocha, and as they try to get some information on the player so that they restarted that there is the foul. It was actually a boot on the head.
Yeah, as he was going down there, you see he was kicked in the head by, looks like it was Wata Malvin. And, the referee feels that it was accidental. Oh, it was actually, Lakinjela, the injured player. I was talking about the kick coming from Wata, and there is Lakinjela making his way to the near touchline before the game resumes. Referee says let's go, and some fans in the stands. Navaya gets the return pass. The shot comes in, and this one saved by the goalkeeper. I think it's the first effort towards goal. That is if you exclude the high effort played earlier on. Here's Dole, the goalkeeper, William. Well, he was trying to surprise the goalkeeper who was watching all the time, Junior Makunike. Not meeting with much luck on that occasion. Chilenga prepares to dispatch the clearance. Here he is now with a long effort. into enemy territory. Kangadzi controls it well, finds Ziocha. Kangadzi on the overlap. Again, they're going forward. It's a Kangadzi on the near side. Can he turn away from his marker? Ziocha, as they restart the formula. Ngube. Dummies one way. Lays it through. Nobody home for him. As Milanzi clears. This one picked up now by Navaya. Head away from danger. Ngube picks it up. Blessingboy has given away possession in a dangerous area. A chance now once again. But the defense stands firm. Makarati wins it.
And the border's going up. Only 1 minute to be added on. Yes, Stanley.
Just a minute to be added on. As William Tole dispatches this one. And the referee has blown to end the first 45 minutes. Well, it's a half in which Simba Bhora, when they look back, will feel that Lady Luck didn't smile on them, especially when they rattled the crossbar. And of course, their center striker, Malvin Water, passed it back to the goalkeeper. A top hawk would have done the job, but, well, they will have to discuss this one at halftime. But your thoughts about the first 45 minutes, Willie?
Yeah, an evenly balanced affair here. It was a nice stadium. But Stanley, to be honest, Simba Bhora, they're very unlucky. They could have taken the lead. That blistering shot from about 25 meters or so by Slotin Dameke, it was well done by Tapiwa Chirenga and goes for tier 1, going airborne, tipping the effort over the bar. And then Ishema Uchi, with that full-blooded shot that just rattled the crossbar, went down and back into the play. And they had some other opportunities. A good block there by Prince Milanzo, who is partnering Frank Makarati at the center back there, and another opportunity by Marvin Mata, which we were talking about, that way he should have just top-poked the ball and maybe into the roof of the net or wherever, as long as it has ended in the back of the net. There was no skill that was needed, and he went like a back pass to the goalkeeper, a very weak effort, as we prepare to go down pitch side Stanley.
Yes, indeed. Of course, I can see that Valentine Mabugo has got Joe Nkani and Justice Majavi ready for the halftime discussion. Halftime analysis will come soon after the music has been taken down. I can see our producer there indicating to them that let's bring down the music so that we get to listen to the match analysts, and I'm talking about John Nkani and Chief Justice Majabi, with Valentine Mabugo in the center. But of course, yes, they'll be talking about the way how close Simba Bhora came to breaking the deadlock, with the Wi-Fi boys just managing to hang on in the first 45 minutes. They had their bar rattled, and of course, the center striker failing to beat a badly drawn-out goalkeeper. It could have been a lot better if they had managed to keep their cool in front of goal. But of course, let's see if the music will go down. Then we'll go straight to Valentine Mabugo so that he will discuss the halftime analysis. It's over to you, Valentine.
Indeed, it is a very good afternoon. Welcome for the halftime analysis right here at Wadzanai Stadium. What a blistering start we saw into the match. The two sides looking for an opener, but not quite coming for either side. It is, of course, that is the defending champion Simba Bhora, who are under pressure to collect maximum points this afternoon as they take on a high-flying TelOne football club. So far, very familiar script of how they've played their games so far. It's like they suck the pressure for the first 45 and then they come out of the blocks in the second 45. Will that be the case this afternoon? I have my two analysts this afternoon, and of course I've got John Nkani as well as Justice Chief Majabi. Right, Joe, let's look at your prognosis of the first 45, looking at how the defending champions have played so far this afternoon.
For me, the first half has been evenly balanced, but of course we have seen the scales tilting more in Simba Bhora's favor. They've threatened more of the TelOne defense, but there's nothing much to separate the two at the moment, save for the blistering shot that we witnessed. It was about in the 7th, 8th minute by TelOne Meke, when he fired in a shot just from outside the box, which was parried out over the bar for a corner by TelOne. But other than that, there hasn't been much, which I think for me speaks of the cry that we've been having in Zimbabwean football, that we are starved of goals. The teams are doing everything. They're trying to penetrate and break down the lines, but in terms of the final execution in the final third, that has been lacking. We haven't seen much, but of course Simba Bhora have had more of those threatening opportunities. But generally speaking, an evenly balanced first 45 minutes.
Evenly balanced, but Justice, you will concur with my assertion that this is like a more familiar script that we are witnessing from the visitors. That is TelOne, the high-flying, yes, but we see how they play. They always come good in the second half. Are you expectant of the same?
No, I've seen that's how they play, and if you see, I also agree with Joe about less action in front of goal. Maybe one time when Meke, but their approach, we watched the TelOne last week at Ascot. They relatively the same approach today. They all more like they want to go forward with the Leroy pushing forward, but at the same time they are sitting back, defending very well. Then in the second half they change their tempo. I've seen that happening at Ascot, and I'm quite sure. And Valentine, you can see the game is not flowing the way we thought it gonna be. And also we spoke before the kickoff about the pitch. You can see there are a lot of misplaced passes because of the pitch. Sometimes they misjudge from the players because the ball is not moving the way they want. Sometimes you want to pass, then you ended up passing with the shin. And this is actually a factor, into going into this match. And if you can see, we noted some fouls before. It's also about the pitch, because the anticipated bounce is not coming the way players in a normal pitch does.
Indeed. Let's now talk about Joe. Come up with how some of the influential players for Simba Bhora. We did see the coming in of that is Makunike as well as Buthelezi as they try to control the midfield. They haven't been really fluid, but the mopping up has been good. We see a new different role as well for Blessing Moyo Bisto, who's just playing in front of the back four for that is Simba Bhora. Your take on that in terms of how they are trying to suck out all the passing within the middle of the park and shut out the passes to Washington Navaya?
Yes, I'll give that to Coach Joel Lupatla for playing the game through the midfield. If you look at the number of midfielders Simba Bhora have deployed, they're actually congested in their mid. But what I'm worried about is the way Simba Bhora have been failing to retain the ball for longer going into the final third. I would expect Simba Bhora to keep the ball longer and make sure they deliver decisive passes into the final third for the strikers to execute. But then going into the second half, probably Joel Pasha will look at a situation where he sort of offloads or unleashes more midfielders from the mid and into the final third, because they're outnumbered when you look at the final third. They need more men up front so that they have more bite. Remember, Simba Bhora are coming in starved of goals. They've scored only 1 goal in the last 4 games. So they need more men up front. They need more efficiency up front. But while they've done well in terms of containing TelOne from the midfield, I think they need now more going forward and maybe causing more problems for TelOne.
For TelOne themselves, always the outstanding player is Leroy Murape, and of course I've been impressed by how the two central defenders have partnered. That is their captain Frank Makarati together with Admired Zumbun, solid as ever.
No, there's leadership at the back there. They're full of experience. I'm quite impressed. The way they conduct themselves, making the line of defense. You can hardly see the ball behind them. And they are doing everything they can. They are trying to suck up all the spaces, even when they are starting in front of goal. They don't allow any damage to happen. So this shows that you are dealing with more experienced and matured players. Good for TelOne.
Indeed, good for TelOne. Now let's look at, we know how Herbert Mero loves to play, that is Jompano in the second half. Expect any changes? We know that today the goalkeeper, impressive with that save in the first 7 minutes from Tinotenda Maker's shot outside the box. But we know how he likes to play. He delays the play. That's Chilenge there in goals for them. And what do you expect from that is Herbert Mero? Is he going to open up?
United, whereby in the second half he opened up a little bit and tried to go forward, and maybe they will try to do that because last time we saw them raiding Cape United 3 times. In this match, if you see, I've spoken about the ball which Simba Bhora, Mauchi and Tafa are letting bounce behind them, which is very dangerous. With Navaya, you know, the solitary goal in at Ascot. So maybe that's how they're going to come in the second half. Already they've noticed mistakes at the back because of communication between Mafa and Mauchi, Tafa and Mauchi. This is very important for TelOne because now it's against the sun. And you remember at Ascot, 1 ball up front and there was a goal. And with Navaya, with his things in front of goal, I think he can change the game.
What do Simba Bhora need to be wary of looking at TelOne side that is confident in the second half? They've been getting, you know, the results at the end of it all coming through in the second half. They did it against Dynamos, did it against Cape United. We have seen how solid, and if they know how to close shop when they get that solitary goal. We haven't seen William Tole being tested in the first half at all, Joe.
Yes. If you look at the way Simba Bhora, the defending champions, are coming into this game, they are coming in on 12th position. And if you look at their goals, the goals that they've conceded, they haven't conceded many goals. Right? So they are good defensively. They are just not scoring. That's why they are lying mid-table. But then, what does that tell us? It tells us that it's a team that is solid at the back. They are playing safe. They are fine. They are tight at the back. But they have no bite going forward. So what I'll then do, if I were George Lupata coming into the second half, I'll actually enhance my attacking threat. All we need to worry about is making sure they shut out the supply to the current goal scorer, Washington Navaya, as well as Leroy Murapi. For me, they've been the threat for Simba Bhora. Cut down their supply through the midfield, and then reinforce your attack, and then probably get a goal, and maybe consolidate that goal and defend your lines. But otherwise, other than that, tell Simba Bhora haven't done anything wrong, as it were. All they need is more bite up front. So, Joel Lupata, reinforce your attack, maybe load more men up front, get a goal, and do what you've been doing all along, which has been defending very well.
They always say the crowd plays a pivotal role in matches like this. Do you feel that this good partisan crowd that is here could create this as a fortress? We saw last season how Simba Bhora won the league. It was because of all their home matches. They were solid on this ground.
The loyal fans, yeah? You mean the loyal fans?
Yeah.
Of course, you know, you can see.
Yeah,
the loyal fans. You know, I'm impressed. It's full packed and it's impressive. Playing at home matches like this, it's wonderful for Simba Bhora. I think they just need to continue pushing and supporting their boys. And so far so good, I think, from the crowd and so forth. And it seems like people here, they enjoy football so much. And playing at home at Wadzanai, I think the majority, they come from here. Of course, they've got something to do. They watch footballs, and having such matches here is quite good with a good number. You can see both ends, and also in the VIP area, there are quite a number of good people watching some good football here. It's impressive. Yeah, impressive. And they just need to continue supporting their team, and they need to be more loud.
Let's look at, still with the home side, Joe, what Joel Lupata can change. You mentioned the bite up front, but also he can't afford to leak it at the back as well. How does he strike the balance here in terms of what the options that he has on the bench?
Well, for me, I would make sure you starve the ball to Washington Navaya and Leroy Murapi. Because you don't want to have a situation where you want to man mark or mark your opponent, your stinging opponent, at the very late end of their play, which is in the box. You don't want them to venture into your box. So I would suggest that Joel Prasha makes sure there's no ball supply to Washington Navaya and Leroy Murapi. But at the same time, congest your midfield, but make sure you unleash 1 or 2 players who are going to go into the final third for your TelOne and threaten them. But I must say, of course, Blessing Makunike has come in today into this game. He hasn't been that neat in terms of releasing the passes. Maybe it's a question of confidence. Maybe it's a question of few game minutes. But at the same time, he's got the room to play. He's got the space to play. He can then make clear-cut through passes to their attacking strikers and then maybe get a goal out of there. So maybe cut the ball supply to TelOne strike first and then make sure you bite up front.
And of course, Herbert Marajompano, he's got on the bench, that is Chimedza sitting it out. He's more of their creative player. Do you see him coming in as we go for the second half? Your quick prediction as well?
I think as well, you would do that, more creative, and he's a natural number 10. I think he's going to do that, and of course, you need to bring in Milton Chimedza.
That's your prediction? Quick
Yeah, well, if we're going to see any goals, it's 1-1.
1-1.
Yeah, but there's nothing much to separate these two teams.
Justice.
I see it, maybe goals, they will come 2-1 in favor of Simba.
So there you have it. Those are the predictions. Let's go for the second half as we revert to our commentary team led by Stanley Katsande together with William Tigwe.
TelOne, the team from Gweru, who have done their best to try and avoid conceding a goal, and the match gets underway. But of course, there were substitutions done by Simba Bhora, double substitutions. We'll come back to Willie just to find out how that will affect this match here. But Wi-Fi boys, TelOne, managed to clear this one away. And here's Macheke. Did he win the ball? But there's a player injured. A Wi-Fi, that is a TelOne player, has gone down injured with a head injury. I just hope that is nothing serious, Will. It looks like Washington Navaya, is it?
Yes, it will look like Washington Navaya has been injured there, and there's the other, his partner, strike partner there, Tawanda Macheke, was holding the ball and trying to attack there, but the referee halted play because it seems like it's a head injury again, which is correct from the referee. And also Macheka was no longer in much control, and the opportunity to score had been blown away again. And the double substitution being made there, I saw Marvin Wata is the one who has been substituted. The other one I'm still to pick out.
It's actually Blessing Moyo, the captain,
yes,
who I thought was controlling proceedings in the middle of the park, but Joe Lupata has seen something different, and it will be interesting to see how the substitute will affect this game in the form of Blessed Ndereki.
There is the head injury there.
As we take a look at the incident that resulted in the injury to Washington Navaya. And the veteran is up and about, and will rejoin his teammates once this game gets underway, as it is now. Here's Milanzi of TelOne making a long clearance, and it's emphatically played into touch on the near side here by Carlos Mavurume.
So it was Blessed Ndereke coming in for Blessing Moyo in midfield there. Maybe Blessing Moyo, I think he was controlling the midfield except one or two blind passes, but that doesn't worry him to be a candidate to be substituted. Maybe there's a different game plan there. And then Isaac Gurirap, former Dynamo striker, coming in for Wata.
Yes, let's see how they will affect the match here, as the ball is immediately given away. And it comes back to Zumbunu. Plays it on the far side. And the return pass on the far side. Danger here. The cross will come. And it goes out of play for a goal kick. And we'll have to figure out the we've got a player wearing just number 80 for TelOne.
The one who was yellow carded in the
didn't
first
list him.
half and we couldn't pick out.
He was not listed. We'll get that. Our producer will sort that one out as the ball is played through into the center. It comes back again in, but picked up by Ngube. Another injury to a TelOne player. Simba Bhora swarming every opponent whenever they get possession. They want the ball back as quickly as possible. And again, Makarati told to keep quiet. Now this time it was Milanzi who was giving the referee a piece of his mind. He was told in no uncertain terms. Here's Makarati. And this one is guided back to their goalkeeper, Chilenga. Chilenga to Makarati. Makarati still in possession. Here they come once again and play to the near side. Not a good read of the ball. Mavurume takes it quickly. They're going forward now. Tackle. Looked like it came from behind, but it's taken away. And Macheke, I think, caught offside.
Webster for now with the armband for Simba Bhora.
Yes, indeed. Simba Bhora brave enough to bench their captain. With a long clearance. It comes back to Ngube. They've got possession. This one laid through. Macheke looking for Navaya, finds him. Leroy Murape cannot get past Junior Makunike. He chips the ball forward, but first to arrive is Milanzi. He just hooks the ball away. This comes back again to Junior Makunike. Makunike still looking for support. Finds it in the form on the near side for Carlos Mavurume. Back to Makunike. Picked up in the center, wide on the far side. This should have been a ball for Zuocha, but somehow it went beyond the line, and that would be a throw-in. Substitution in breaking during this break in play. They are removing. Gerald Bero is leaving the field for Nigel Makumbe. Nigel Makumbe and Bruno Mtigo, just number 17, calls it a day. In comes just number 42, Calvin Chigara. So it's Nigel Makumbe and Calvin Chigara joining the fray. And this will be an interesting change indeed, because the players coming off are the ones we thought were going to light up the scene for the Wi-Fi boys. But Herbert Marua has seen things differently. And I would like to see how Nigel Makumbe, well known for his effectiveness, to see if he can affect this encounter. Some of his strengths range from shooting from afar, good ball control and dribbling. And the standing captain wasting the ball for Simba Bhora once again, and that will be a throw-in for TelOne. 0-0 the scoreline as we go deep into the second half here. This one headed backwards. This is Macheke. Easily taken away. Mavurume collects possession, finds his captain, who plays a long ball forward. Makarati shepherds this one out of his line. Throw in from the near side here. Long throw headed backwards. Picked up by Macheke. We expected his opponent, to his teammate rather, to have joined in the attack. Ngube. Infield now. Makunike lays it square for Ndereki. Good play by yes, watch a chance now. Here is there! The substitute Namibian striker has done it for Simba Bhora. Good it up, Isaka. 1-0 Simba Bhora. What a substitution.
And that was a sweeping move by Simba Bhora there, Stanley. Thumbs up to Joel Lupacha's philosophy. He kept believing and he was telling his players to play the ball on the ground. And exactly carpet soccer being played here by Simba Bhora. And it has resulted in a goal. And you could see that the crowd is going crazy here at Wazanai Stadium. There is part of the crowd there lighting up the Shamba community. There is a nice layup there by Ziwocha to the substitute Gurab. Isaka. Great goal.
That was a pitch of a cross into the back of net from Isaka Gurirab, the Namibian striker. Simba Bhora with two foreign best players in their goalkeeper William Tole and Isaka Gurirab. Gurirab has done a good job getting the goal for Simba Bhora. There he is in the picture. Didn't take time to affect the game here, Willie.
Yeah, and also credit should go to Emmanuel Ziocha. He was very, very unselfish in laying that ball to the substitute, because others would have taken a crack at goal there and maybe waste the opportunity.
Oh yes, indeed. Ziocha did well to lay it on a plate for the Namibian player. This one played to the fine. That pass, of course, remember, came from Blessed Ndereki, the man who came in for Blessing Moyo. So he justified the faith in him by the coach. As the Wi-Fi boys are coming through now. The substitute turning around Nigel Makumbe. Ball played one on the far side. Good looking cross. Blocked from the air by the Namibian goalkeeper, William Tole. 1-0 if you're joining us for the first time. Simba Bhora in the lead. And Joe Lupasha still has one or two things. I can hear him calling Junior Makunike for some more instructions. As we see there, Meke Tinotenda passing on the match to Junior Makunike, who was playing in the middle of the park. And then injury to that looks like Roland Kangadzi.
Yes, Kangadzi.
And once again, hopefully it's nothing serious, because Joe Lupasha would like to make some tactical substitutions instead of injury-inspired ones. But what do you make of the substitution by Joe Lupasha? Instant impact there by Gurirab.
Exactly, Stanley. Personally, I like a coach who is proactive instead of being reactive. That's what Joe Lupasha did. He was proactive, especially coming into the second half. He had watched the first half, what was happening, the way they were wasting those opportunities. And the substitutes he made, they made instant impact, like you're saying, Stanley. And it resulted in a goal. In the first half, they were wasting such opportunities. But this time, they capitalized. And Simba Bhora leading 1-0 after 53 minutes. Now on our watch is 57 minutes. We're going to 57. And Roland Kangadzi being stretched off the field of play. And they hope like nothing serious there. We don't want the injury-spared substitute players. We need them. Remember, some of these players, they're only living out of playing full soccer.
Oh yes, indeed. Young Kangadzi now on the sidelines, and the referee blows to restart the game here with TelOne in possession. Here they come with Makarati. Milanzi. Chumrape. Ball played wide on the far side. That was Makumbe. Milanzi once again. Clipping it through. Looking for Macheke, but again, good tackle. Junior Makunike goes down. Referee says play on. The shot. And this one is wide. No problem there for the goalkeeper, William Tole, the Namibian. As Simba Bhora lead here by 1-0. That Kurirab effort still stands. And all hands are still on the injured player, Kangadzi.
And it looks like Roland Kangadzi will not be able to continue. I saw some movement on that bench. For Chilimazani, the assistant coach, rushed to him, communicated to the bench that he can make a substitute. And we need to find out who is going to come in there. But I'm sure Kangadzi is not in a position to continue. But I could pick up who is going to come on. But somebody is changing on the bench.
And it looks like Kangadzi is finally being substituted through injury. And the goalkeeper, point of correction there, Tole is a Malawian. But of course, Kangadzi has been substituted because of injury. So Simba Bhora having to make an injury-inspired substitution.
And Mukambira Carlos is going to replace Kangadzi, and he's waiting for the green light from the fourth official. Definitely they have to wait for the ball to come out for play to stop there. So need to wait for the ball to go out. Otherwise, Simba Bhora will continue playing with 10 men temporarily.
Yes, indeed, as they win the ball once again from the near side here. Here's Milanzi, just urging his players to move upfield. Makarati knocking it around, just trying to keep possession in a bit to open up the TelOne defenders. Mavrume clears. Again, and a tackle that has won them a free kick in a promising position, but then the big question is, do they have big hitters? And the free kick yet to come. Let's wait and see if they can execute a good one. And we can hear in the background a coach yelling instructions to be on the 18 line, not to go too deep. Otherwise, you are going to encourage the opponent to get close to your box. Now with the Wi-Fi boys now preparing to dispatch this one. For a moment I thought Makarati was going to get involved, but Makumbe is equally good from that sort of distance. The big question is, can he test the Malawian Tole? Here he comes now. Oh, that was tricky. Tipped over the crossbar to give away a corner kick. Nigel Makumbe, who plays as the right back. And in the background we hear that they are going to bring in Milton Chimedza. And out goes there, just number 12, that's Lucky Nzela. Yes, Lucky Nzela coming out. And Milton Chimedza coming on. I remember last time when he came on, he really affected the game for TelOne, who were losing possession in the middle of the park. And when he came in, he suddenly started dictating the pace of the game. Will he do the same thing today? I wonder, will he?
Exactly, and like his coach, Ebed Maroa, obviously is expecting the same to happen today. So let's wait and find out if that, and the change is eventually happening there. Is it Murape is going to replace there, Stanley? Am I saying correctly here?
Yes, she's saying correctly.
No, it's not Murape.
It's Nzela, Lucky Nzela,
yes,
who calls it a day. Now ball is picked up. Back to Makarati. It comes back to good play there by Nzovu. And this one rolls into touch. Mavrume wanted to dispatch the throw-in, but the ref will delay it a little so that Buthelezi Ncube gets up and is able to get on with it. Remember, Simba Bhora have already made an injury-inspired substitution. And I don't think Joe Lupasha would like to be forced into making another one of a similar nature. Blessing Dereki coming on and making an instant impact by playing the ball to Ziocha, who lined the effort for the goalkeeper, for the striker Gurirab, to beat the goalkeeper. Here's Murape. Ball played in, Makumbe turns away from his marker. Good play onto the near side. Here's the Wi-Fi boys start to push forward. Well read by Mavrume. And easily taken away. Back to Makumbe once again. His Wi-Fi boys are looking for what could be an equalizer. The goalkeeper has done well. This one will be taken away. Long clearance out of danger. Almost setting up an attack. And the goalkeeper had no choice but to hoof it away. Didn't have much effect. Gurirab. Infield as they come forward now. Back again to Gurirab. And offside. I thought they were going to make it 2-0, but they are really benefiting coming from the far side there. Joel Lupasha gestures, more instructions, just telling him to make sure that you stay on side. That could have been a second goal for them, but in the meantime a player from Simba Bhora is lying on his back injured. It's been a taxing afternoon for the defenders. Now the referee is calling on the medics to attend to the player. I can see him clutching the back of his thigh. I just hope that is not a hamstring injury, because this one could keep him out.
Yeah, it looks like a hamstring injury by the way the player is reacting by having his hand behind his thigh there. A hamstring is a very, very dangerous injury which will force a player out and maybe for a few more weeks to be out. And Stanley from other centers, Charles Tegude has given Manika Diamonds the lead at Sakuba Stadium over Dynamos. Watamson and Tokozis Msebe giving Scotland a 2-0 lead over Bikita Minerals at Buffalo Stadium. So Tokozis Msebe, remember, with that late equalizer against the Highlanders at Baba Fields, and Moz there leading 1-0 against ZBC Kariba, and that's Beliverem with his 30th goal of the season, and Perfect Chipende Greenfield leading 1-0 over Yada at Greenfield Arena in Tisumbanje.
Yes, a good run indeed for Moz. I remember watching them play Highlanders. It was a good game for them in which they beat the Zimbabwean former champions. And Moz continue to dominate the scene in the country as there's a tussle for possession. Blessed Ndereki on the far side trying to find Ziocha, but beaten clean there. And TelOne can clear. That was a good ball. Play to Zumbunu. It drifts forward. Plays it infield, but again blocked by the Simba Bhora defender, who goes down under challenge, and the ref not happy with their attention. Free kick. Free kick to Simba Bhora, who are leading here by 1-0. It's been a game in which we've seen a lot of the stretcher bed here this afternoon, Willie, because at times the game is becoming very physical, as we see Mavrume playing the ball forward, taken away by Makarati. Here's Makumbe across the field, keeps it down. This is Murape. Wide on the far side to Zumbunu. Murape gets the ball, turns away from his marker. Playing it through, and another late tackle from Blessed Ndereki that could land him into trouble. Yes, it is. And it's a yellow card for the substitute Ndereki, who produced the pass, the pre-assist that played the ball to Ziocha. He's got a yellow card now. That is the tackle.
Yeah, a very late one on Riro.
Very late one. Being a ball player, you can forgive him because all he knows is how to beat opponents and lay out defense splitting passes. And that type of work is not in his DNA. And that's free kick from the center circle. This should be a routine one. Let's see how they will play it. The Wi-Fi boys taking their time in dispatching this one. He clips it through, headed away. It comes back from Makumbe trying to get past this mark on the far side. Offside, according to the referee, Trinity Dirwai. Trinity Dirwai letting the Malawian goalkeeper take all his time before dispatching this free kick. Dole, William, who now backs away a few meters before dispatching the kick as we take a look at the goal that was scored by Gurirab, Isaka Gurirab, the celebrations that followed. Dereki. Here's the chance once again. That was Milton Chimeza. Navaya. Back to Mrape. Zumbuno. Looking for his captain. But he finds Milans instead. This is the captain, Makarati. Here we are now with Mrape playing the ball forward. This one picked up nicely. Milton Chimeza to Makumbe. Plays it through, but poor pass. Mrape once again as the ball comes to the near side here. Little Milanzi. And it's picked up by Tigara. Long one inside the area. Goalkeeper collects. No problems there, but some good movement coming from the Wi-Fi boys, who are about to make a change here. I can see jersey number 24, number 42, Mavunga. 24 is Masina, and Mavunga is number 42. Let's see how these again will affect the game, because Joe Lupasha is understandably desperate for a victory. Pressure was beginning to mount on him. Here he comes once again, but loose possession. Everyone is looking for Gurirab. Milton Chimeza. And in the end, it's a free kick. Which way is it going?
That's going.
If it's a Simba Bhora free kick, it's a position of some danger for the Wi-Fi boys. As we take a second look at it, here it comes. Oh, this is the attempt. And the goalkeeper made it look so easy. And then goes down to try and clip off a few seconds from the clock, because his team is leading. And he's now looking at the clock so that the final whistle can come. We're still a long way, 71 minutes, 19 to go to the 90. These fans at Wadzanai Stadium are all happy as we wait for some changes from Simba Bhora. Out comes young Junior Makunike, and in comes Mavunga. Trevor Mavunga comes in. Junior Makunike calls it a day. Joe Lupasha continues to turn the screw so that he confirms the 3 points here. Will he do it? But the Wi-Fi boys are also making their own changes. Now just number 20 is coming off, and that's Satinotenda Meke. Should be going off. And in comes 24 Masina. Harrison Masina will leave the field of play. Young Junior Makunike.
Tinotenda
Changes
Meke.
as well. Carry on, Willie.
Yes, Tinotenda Meke, I'm sure he's the one who's been stretchered off the field of play after that injury, and he was shown a yellow card before he was substituted there by the match official Trinity Dirwai. And some sweet news for you, Stanley. Everton doing the Lord's work, holding Arsenal to a 1-1 draw.
Oh yes, indeed. Some of the score lines from around the country, and in comes that Junior Makunike calls it a day. In comes Trevor Mavunga to play in the middle of the park, and Mutasa Panache for the Wi-Fi boys joins the fray. We're waiting for number 47, just number 47, Tadio Mambudzi, to join the fray, and Macheke comes off, and it will be a new center striker for the Wi-Fi boys. Will they make it happen? Herbert Marua thinks so. Here is Chilenga to Makarati on the far side as they go forward. And the Wi-Fi boys will guide it backwards. This will be a chance for them to try and claw their way back into this game here. They've been playing so well away from home. The Telezing will be pitching on the ground. Here they come once again. Makumbe turning away from his marker, tightly monitored by Ngube. He lays it, but again, they come away with it. This is a good run. Makambira Carlos. Good sliding tackle wins it. Ball played on the far side. Makumbe, it looks like, into the center. And again, he slipped at the crucial moment, Mavunga. That was bad. Long ball in the area. No harm indeed, and not the best of crosses. So that one goes back to the goalkeeper, Tapiwa Chilenga of the Wi-Fi boys, as they restart the formula. 1-0 they're down here. Goal from Gurirab still stands. This one picked up in the center by Milton Chimeza. Looks like he's queuing up a shot, but a good sliding tackle wins it. Here they come back once again. The Simba Bhora anyway goes at this stage. The Ocha now shifted to the right, to the left-hand side. And it comes to Makarati Frank, former Timbare captain. Makumbe very close to us here, lays it into the center. Chigara collects, lays it square as they go forward. That came from Jumbono. Still in possession as he gets the ball to his captain Jumbono. This is Makarati. Makumbe back to Jumbono. Trying from afar, my goodness. Somebody should tell him to respect the goalkeeper, Willie, because this William Tole is a respected goalkeeper. You won't beat him from that sort of distance, can you?
Exactly, Stanley. I wanted to say, if there was someone who could advise Kalisto Pasua, there is confirming the scoreline, Gurap Isaka with the goal, 1-0 in favor of Simba Bhora. There's anyone who could advise Kalisto Manabulus Pasua that there is tall a guy he should consider for the Malawi national team. Remember, Pasua is now pushing the flames of Malawi.
Oh yes, indeed, in charge of the Malawians as Mafrume goes through. This one taken away quite easily. That was lovely stuff by Zuocha. This one got it back as they get under pressure here, and Tole will clear the danger. Long effort in Makarati. Should find this one back. The chance for them, my goodness me. That could have been a dreadful error, as Milanzi will guide it all the way. For a moment I thought he's going all the way back, but Ziocha handled in the process, so that will be a free kick to the Wi-Fi boys. Milanzi finds support, Chimeza. Tens in field. Easily taken away. Makumbe is doing very well since coming on. Here he is with the ball now. Tens away from his marker. Trying from afar. A bit too far for that sort of effort. Now the Wi-Fi boys are coming back. Their captain wins it and is impeded in the process. And this will be a free kick. Butelezwe Ngube lucky that the ref. Now Makarati taking all the time in the world, despite his team being down, as we see him going down there in that tackle. So this will be Makumbe to take it. Played to the far side, too far ahead of the intended target. Simba Bhora in the lead. Isaka Gurirab, who came on as a substitute, got a brilliant pass from Ziocha, who was playing on the right, and he tapped the ball into the net, beating a badly drawn out goalkeeper. Tole will take it. Clips it through. Makarati header is blocked. And then a chance once again. The Gurirab. Wow. That was close to another goal there by the Namibian striker. That his effort went over the bar. Still 1-0. Simba Bhora lead. Milton Chimeza picks up possession, finding Makarati. Back to Chimeza. Infield now for the Wi-Fi boys, who are drifting forward. This could be dangerous, and the intended target could not get the pass, and it rolls all the way back to the goalkeeper. This is William Tole. Tole now to dispatch it downfield. Long stretching ball forward. Headed away by the Wi-Fi boys. This is Makumbe to the far side here. They try to work their way through, but good work there as Mauchi makes sure it's safe. But picked up by Chigara. Comes back again to Zumbuno, who clips it to the near side here. The idea was right. Did he keep the ball in play? Milanzi couldn't. It's taken away by Mavurume. Now again they're coming through with Chimeza Milton. Lays it short. Makumbe clips it once again, trying to find Navaya. He's been quiet for the past few minutes. Navaya is one player who can affect the game here. Makumbe brought down, and the ref intervenes to say that should be a free kick to the Wi-Fi boys. Gurira being ordered away from the scene so that this kick can be taken freely. Ziocha as well. Just making sure that they are not surprised by a quickly taken free kick. Let's see how they will execute this one. Makumbe's ball headed away, headed forward, and an injury to a Simba Bhora player, Butelezwe Ngube, went upfield. I think he landed awkwardly, and in the end he's been given the benefit of doubt by the referee, Trinity Dirwai. The goalkeeper continues to test the patience of the referee. It looks like Dirwai will take some measures, despite the goalkeeper's protestations that he wants to tie up his bootlaces. Being a goalkeeper, he cannot do it with his gloves on, so he called him. Dirwai thought that was a delaying tactic. Malawian goalkeeper. Long clearance towards Milanzi. He's beaten in the air by Gurirab, who plays the ball over the byline. Goal kick. Quickly taken by Chilenga. Zumbuno to the far side as they come forward once again. This one clicked away and still trying to work something here. Got it up fighting for it, but this will roll out of play harmlessly, and playing a lazy game for my liking. Takes his time despite his team being down by 1-0 and time ticking away. We are less than 8 minutes, less than 7 minutes to play. As Makarati picks up possession, guides it back to his goalkeeper. Chilenga with a long effort, looking for someone on the far side. Good tussle for possession, and in the end Zumbuno is chasing that loose ball. And free kick awarded to Simba Bhora. Confirmation of the scoreline here. Joe Lupasha, because I can see a green and white flag waving from side to side. Here's another look of the incident, and I think the referee was right.
Exactly, Stanley. The referee was quite right there. That was a fair one in Buthelezi Ngube there. And Scotland has also scored their third goal. An own goal by Bikita Minerals player. I'm not good get who it was, but Scotland comfortable 3-0 leading at Rufaro Stadium at the moment.
That's a very comfortable scoreline there for Mapviravira, leading by 3-0. Certainly they are making a statement as Dereki tries to go forward, and Ziocha brought down. That to me looked very cynical, and I'm surprised that the referee has no intention of pulling out his card, but that was a cynical foul on Ziocha.
Yeah, the referee at the second thought he hesitantly I could pick almost pulled his card, but then he retained his. Just look at everything. So that should be a yellow card, because otherwise he made that successive turn there. He was breaking loose on that far end, which is their threatening flank ever since we resumed the second half, and that's where their goal was manufactured from, when Blessing Dereke with his pre-assist with a crossfield pass to Ziocha, who then laid the ball to an on-rushing Gurap.
Yes, indeed, and one target this afternoon, and I can see that. I can also see that the medics have to make their way back to the bench. As Mauchi plays the ball forward, the idea was right, but a bit overcooked, and in the end Kurirap could not keep the ball under control. It's out now for a throw-in to be taken by Milanzi. Long ball forward. Kurirap shields it away from his marker. He goes down, referee says play on. This is Navaya turning away from his marker. And in the end, brought down. Referee says play on. But he's going to talk to the Simba Bhora player.
Buthelezi
Ngube now carries a yellow card. That was also very cynical, because Navaya had long passed the ball when he came in. Look at that. He had long played the ball, and he came in, just clattered into him. Yes, TelOne trying to move the ball forward. Ball drifted in the area. Mavrume heads it away. Ngube to Kurirap. Good block by Milton Chimedza, who's brought down by Simba Bhora. Trevor Mavunga. It's quickly taken. That doesn't get the length required. As Mauchi defended well, and then Dereki plays it wide on the far side once again. Good defensive work coming from Simba Bhora. Surely, less than 2 minutes left of play plus stoppage time. That's Joel Lupasa, Dubai. Frank Makarati nearly Chilenga once again. Makarati on the near side. Very nearly. Makarati nearly creating problems for his team here. The goalkeeper is down. And now a chance for Gurirab. He didn't see that the goalkeeper was way off his line. And he tried to play the ball, and in the end, it's a Simba Bhora under pressure. The board is up with 3 minutes. Additional play. Here's Milanzi. Picked up in the middle of the park. Long pass on the far side, and he's calling for offside. But no, says the referee. Play continues. It's more problems once again for the Wi-Fi boys. Good check in field. Here's Gurirab. Gurirab tried to shoot from afar. And the goalkeeper nearly lost it. Here they keep the ball. Sliding tackle coming in. Vintage performance from the Simba Bhora Chinuchedu. They are defending so well, Willie, and I think they have to do that because this victory has been very hard to come by. And before I finish, the stretcher is once again on the field of play.
Exactly. I think that's a bit of time wasting, but remember the referee will ever whatever he wants to add. As long as you delay the flow of the game, the referee is obliged to add whatever he thinks is necessary to add on there. But for Simba Bhora, they've been very, very solid in defense. I'm sure this season they've conceded only 2 goals. One in the Castle Challenge Cup against Dynamos, and in the league against. So ironically, it was Dynamos who managed to breach that defense.
Oh yes, indeed. Another free kick, almost from the halfway line, just inside the Simba Bhora half. It's taken long into enemy territory. This one was kindly there for TelOne, who are taking the throw from the near side here. Looks like Milanzi takes it, brings in a good looking cross into the center. Zumbulu on the far side, good tackle, comes in, and in the end it's out of play. He throws the ball away in a bid to delay the restart of the game, and it's a yellow card. Yellow card on the Cole Tamba, one of the substitutes brought on to freshen up the squad by Joe Lupata Dubai. There's Chimedza. The clearance from Simba Bhora doesn't go very far. And here it comes once again. Ball played on the near side here. Gurirab gives chase. He's managed to keep the ball in play. Gurirab. Back to Mavrume, and the goal. Referee has gone to end the match here, much to the delight of the fans here at Wazanai Stadium. A vital victory for Joel Lupasha and Simba Bhora, the defending champions. The pressure was beginning to mount, and even word on social media was saying Dubai must go. But after this victory, do you think they'll be saying the same thing, will it?
I think those are overzealous fans, Stanley, to be honest. They have been overzealous, to be honest, because Dubai is doing a good job. You see, there is a system, there's a philosophy that is introduced to Simba Bhora. The type of play, the way they are playing is a nice touches, nice passing game. I don't think he deserves to go. And also remember that the games he drew here, it was against FC Platinum here, which is a very strong team. They also drew away to ZPC Kariba, who are very, very hard to break, and especially at Nyamunga Stadium. And they lost to Dynamos away from home. So I think they are a bit harsh to me.
Oh yes, indeed, they're being a bit harsh because the environment can become very difficult, especially if you travel all the way to Kariba and you come to Harare to play the blue side of the capital. it's definitely a very difficult assignment. So I think Joe Lupasha needed a bit of time, and you alluded to the fact that he lost 2 of his goal scorers, in during the transfer window, in Walter Mtsona and Machope. So it sort of blunted his team, and they haven't been scoring any goals, but their defense has been very impressive.
Exactly, and they also lost one of their reliable strikers, Tinashe Balakasi, who is now playing Division 1 for Agama United, Agama FC in Division 1. Yes, there's been edging, but you could see the way when they gained promotion, I think he scored a whooping 29 goals in Division 1, which was a record. And also in the Premier League, he was doing so well. He briefly went to Botswana, came back the second half of the season, and he's also remembered for that contentious penalty against the Islanders when he was hugged outside the box, but the referee gave a penalty, and the match was eventually abandoned on that match, with Simba Bhora progressing to the later stages of the Chibuku final. It's a very solid team, very strong. Defensively, they are very good. Their passing game is good. To see the way that Blessing Moyo was controlling the midfield in the first half. Yes, they introduced some substitutes in the second half, which were very telling and very fruitful, because maybe they wanted a valuable 3 points. As you can see some bit of statistics there, 3 shots on target, 2 for TelOne.
Yes, indeed, and heavily in favor of the home team, Simba Bhora, and the defending champions. And in a moment or two, we will be talking to our presenter. That's Valentine Mabugu, who will soon be talking to one of the coaches. He will speak to both coaches, Herbert Marua and Joe Lupasha, and possibly man of the match, as we can now go straight to Valentine Mabugu, who will be talking to the coaches.
What a match and a good victory for the defending champions on their home turf. It's Joel Pata. Joel, good victory for you at home. Finally, 3 sets of points must be sweet for you to really restart the defense of the title.
Coming from a big win, so the confidence, you could see they play good. Credit to them, they gave us a good run for our own man. But I'm happy for the boys. We spoke today, we said, can we do it for the fans of Shamba who came to Rufaro? They came back disappointed. But I'm happy to see them happy like this and be a 6-pointer. It's confidence boost that maybe when we come next week, also the pop cap measures. But we are building a team. In football, sometimes we wish you could be given time, but the job that we work, they don't give time. There is no time. So at the end of the day, you need to be producing those results. And if we are going to win 1-0, I'm going to take it. It's 3 points that we have given to the club and to our fans. And we come back next week, we try and start from where we have left.
And obviously, everybody will speak about how you're solid at the back, but you are not scoring enough. That's something I'm sure you're trying to work on to convert some of those chances, particularly in the first half. You created chances, but you couldn't bury them.
As a coach, when you create, you are happy. I was disappointed last week versus Dynamos because we did not create any meaningful chances. But when you create, I'm happy because I know that one day, one team is going to be smacked for 4 here. But we are happy that the boys have created the chances. But we took our chance. We put him on the bench because we want to build his confidence. He's coming from Namibia. It's not easy to be a foreigner. I've been a foreigner before. So it's always difficult. He needs that support that we are giving him. But I'm happy that every time we bring him, he's scoring goals. So it's a confidence booster for him.
Well, Coach, congratulations and wish you all the best going forward.
Thank you so much.
All right, that's Joel Pata. And of course, now the man who just lost this one, that is Herbert Mirror. Tough luck, tough game, but I'm sure it's something to pick up, but over assessment of the 90 that you played this afternoon.
We tried our best to come back into the game, but they were solid at the back. But I'm happy with the performance from the guys. It was solid. We just need to go back and regroup and make sure we start picking points again.
Indeed, and of course, going forward, another entertaining big game for you coming next week against our log leaders. Maybe it will change after today, but log leaders Ngezi, come to your home turf. Time to regroup and reorganize yourself and have the mojo that you've had to begin the season.
Yeah, like I said, I'm happy with the performance from the boys. We just need to
journey back to Guero.
Thank you.
All right, that was the coach, and right now joining me is the man who's been voted, that is the player of the match, and of course his name is Butheleza Ncube. Siyakubongela sithi amhlophe, what a match he had, and everyone was saying, hayi indoda le yeshaya ibhola ku middle of the park. When they started controlling the middle of the park, particularly in the second half, you were solid and made sure you get 3 points. Akusitshatshe wena udlale njani namhla, and going forward, something has been missing in this side, that goal, but today you got it, but it was a solitary goal to give you 3 points.
Thank you very much, my brother. And first of all, I want to thank God, and collectively as a team. I think now we're trying to make our technical team proud of us, because they are the ones who are always giving us everything at training. So at match days, it's up to us to give them something that they also deserve, and for the club that they also deserve. And today, I thank the team for collecting the 3 points. We really needed it. It's a huge relief for us.
Indeed, a good relief for you, but I'm sure it's another important win for you. Looking ahead, that next week you'll be playing at home again. You'll be looking to get another 3 sets of points to kickstart your title defense.
Yeah, it's not easy, especially playing home, because at home we mustn't disappoint our supporters. We thank them for coming in their numbers, and we promise them that the next game we'll do as we did today, but we'll make sure that we give a step forward again to make sure that we collect 3 points again.
Indeed, and of course 3 points, but congratulations for being man of the match on this one.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you very much, bro.
Indeed, and of course that is Butheleza Ncube there, the man of the match this afternoon here with the win coming through. That is for Chinichedu Simba Bhora, getting all 3 maximum points. And of course tomorrow, it shall be a big one at Rufaro Stadium as Caps United was log leaders, that is Ngezi Platinum Stars. So make sure you make a date with us. Let me take this opportunity to thank my 2 analysts, John Kani as well as Chief Justice Majavi, for a fine work. And on behalf of the crew behind the scenes, my name is Valentine Mabugu. It's bye-bye and happy viewing on ZBC TV. And we'll leave you watching the highlights for this game this afternoon.